is Sun's in Libra. No, Sun's in Cancer, Moon's in Libra. Venus is in Virgo, and Mercury is in Leo. Now watch this. I'm finna teach you to train the planets with just these 4 planets. Now this applies to all the planets, but just so happen right now, these 4 planets go back to each other. So it's easy to do. I can show you real quick. All right, listen. So the sun, as I said, is in Cancer, right? Cancer is ruled by the moon. So as soon as you see the sun is in Cancer, you're gonna see where the moon is. Bam. The moon is in Libra. Okay? Libra is ruled by Venus. So as soon as you see that, you're gonna see where Venus is. Bam. Venus is in Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So you're gonna see where Mercury is. Bam. Mercury is in Leo, which is ruled by the sun. So then you go back to the sun. So now you go from the sun to the moon to Venus to Mercury. Now, how does that play out in your mind? Let's think about it. The sun is your will, okay? The moon is your emotions. Venus is what you like, what you're attracted to. And Mercury is how you think, right? So the sun is in Cancer. So right now, your will is to appease your emotions. All right, how do you feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? All right. Well, since the moon is in Libra, I feel like I need to balance things. I feel like I need to make sure I'm not leaning too hard one way, leaning too hard the next. That's what's going to soothe me emotionally, because the moon is in Libra. Now, since the moon is in Libra, we see where Libra is. Libra is in Virgo. So how exactly am I going to balance these things? I see where Venus is. Venus is in Virgo. The particulars. What exactly am I going to do to ensure that I am balanced, which will appease my emotions, which will appease my will right now, because that's where the moon is, okay? So, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. This is where my mind comes in. My mind starts going. Now, I can do this, I can do that, you know, I can blah, 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 to make sure that I'm straight here, and do this, that, and the little things, because Mercury is in Leo, and Leo is yourself. So your mind, you already thinking about, you know, how you can shine harder, because that's Leo, or what you can create, because that's Leo. Leo is the creation, all right? The child, the son is the child of the father. The father is heaven itself, which I ain't gonna go all into that. But you just see the chain of planets and how all the planets pull off of each other based on the signs they in. And you know, we can keep going, fuck it. Mars is in Aquarius, retrograde. So you got to see where Uranus is. Uranus is in Taurus. It's crazy, I know this, because I didn't look at these. Uranus is in Taurus, and which is ruled by Venus. So there you go again. So even if you keep going and you're going to Mars, you're gonna get drawn right back to Venus. All right. So then Neptune is in Pisces, which Neptune's ruled Pisces. So you don't really worry about that. Then. All right, I had to pause, and I really forgot where I was. But Neptune's in Pisces. Neptune's rules Pisces, so that's gonna be in that sign for the next 5 or 10 years, I think. And then Pluto is in Capricorn. I skipped Saturn. Saturn is in Capricorn, so Saturn's at home. So you ain't gotta, you know, you look at Saturn by itself. Saturn in Capricorn. And then Pluto's in Capricorn, so that's gonna take you back to Saturn. So that's your chain of planets. As of right now, pretty much everything go back to Venus. Okay? So since Venus is in Virgo, look at me. I'm giving you the details on how this stuff works. You see? Because the moon's in Pisces. And that's what I feel like expressing. You see, it's the emotion. So that's how it works, man. Like this is every day, all the time. You know, every aspect affects you. You know, it's never a time when you cannot study this. You always can study yourself, and that's the point, and that's the whole thing about knowing thyself. Like if you are investing in yourself, you ain't got no time to be worried about this other stuff. You ain't got time. You're not worried about you ain't worried about none of this shit. You're not too concerned with it. You know, whether some rapper guy dies or fucking, I don't know, Floyd Mayweather buys a $20 million ring or whatever the fuck. I remember somebody telling me that shit a couple months ago. You know, Man, I don't give a damn. I'm worried about me. I'm focusing on myself. I'm studying these degrees. You know, when the moon is on my... Okay, where's the moon? I just said the moon's in Libra. What's in the... I got Libra's in my 12th house. Spiritual. I'm telling you my spiritual foundation. My spiritual foundation is astrology, the numbers. You see, numbers don't lie. So, it's like... There's so much stuff about you that you don't understand. This gives you a mechanism to understand yourself. There is nothing more important than you. To my brothers, with you know, you got your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. They never listen to you, right? How many times have you told them some shit and they don't listen, and then they go out and then they go hear from somebody else and say, you know what, I should do this, that, and third, and you look at them like, didn't I tell your motherfucking ass that? Right? How many times that happen? Happen a lot, right? I know it do. Female, same thing. How many times you done told your man, you know, you shouldn't do this. You know, I think you should do this. He don't listen. He go out and he fails at whatever he does, and he come back and say, I think I should do it. You know, I remember my wife did that shit to me just the other, like 3 or 4 things in like in 1 week. She was like, you supposed to do that? And I'm like, nah, girl, you know what you're talking about. And bam. I was like, you know, yeah, you was right. Okay, so my point is this. You can use this birth chart to prove your points where it's not your opinion, it's on paper. Once they see that it's a non-biased opinion, right? Then that breaks down their guard that they have up against you of being right and wrong. You see what I'm saying? The emotional guard that everyone has, because don't nobody want to be wrong about stuff. You know how it is. Right? So especially not your significant other. Okay? But you can use this because once you take your chart, looking at yours, you see, okay, your Venus is in that, okay. You're like, okay, well that kind of makes sense. Let me look at this other motherfucker. Once you study that person that you most care about, your significant other, your child, once you see how it plays out with them, especially your children, you're gonna say, oh shit, I should have been on this. I should have been on this. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and my wife into the point where I ain't gotta say, baby, you tripping. I can say, see, that's your Venus in Aquarius. That's your Venus in Aquarius. That's your moon in Libra, acting like that, doing that shit. And she say, yeah, you right. You know what I'm saying? She do the same thing to me. That's your moon in Pisces. You fucking up shit on purpose. You see? It's a way to understand each other. It's your personal psychiatrist, your personal relationship therapist. But you ain't gotta go sit down in front of nobody except the computer screen. It's the science, baby. Or, you know, like I say, you can come to me. Okay, what I'm gonna do is this week I'm gonna do this shit. I have to do this shit this week because the next week I'm gonna have to go out there and find me a job, man. If I can't get anyway. So I'm gonna make a video to teach you how to get your own chart and how to study your chart on a daily basis. That's my mission for this week. By this weekend, I want to have at least 2 videos. I know it ain't gonna just be. I ain't gonna do it in one. But you know, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna put it on Patreon, and you know, y'all have to pay for it, and you get it, you know, like that. You know, here's what it is. So that's the mission for me this week. But just give you some quick, you know, I'm gonna keep these type of videos going. Give you some quick references, quick things you can do to get a quick understanding. Because that's what it's all about. Understand yourself, know thyself. So peace and love. Take it easy.